Lewis Hamilton is out of qualifying for the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim after suffering a mechanical failure in the first qualifying round. The British driver was heard to say the gears won't change before he helped push his car to the side of the track. Hamilton will now qualify only 15th after a mechanical failure brought a sudden end to his session. Hamilton reported over the radio that he could not change gear, and moments later the Englishman pulled up on the side of the Hockenheim circuit. The defending champion desperately attempted to push his stricken Mercedes back to the pits, before conceding defeat. An emotional Hamilton, with his helmet still on, then crouched over his Mercedes. He then headed back to the team garage on the back of a moped. To make matters worse, Sebastian Vettel put Ferrari on pole position for his home GP. Hamilton's Finnish teammate Valtteri Bottas will start alongside on the front row, with Ferrari's Kimi Räikkönen third and Red Bull's Max Verstappen fourth. Hamilton, 8 points behind Vettel after 10 races, qualified 14th. A Mercedes spokesman said Hamilton, who was 8 points behind Ferrari Sebastian Vettel in the title battle at the halfway point in the season, had lost hydraulic pressure. Gears won't change, Hamilton had reported over the team radio. "Guys, I need to make it back," he added. "Stop, stop, stop, stop," Mercedes responded with some urgency. The team said it was important to stop the car to prevent heat-soak damage to the power unit, as happened to teammate Valtteri Bottas in Austria last month. Hamilton had been only 5th fastest in the opening qualifying session, with speculation, dismissed by the team, earlier on Saturday that he was either feeling unwell or suffering from a stiff leg. "It definitely was a tough one, but these things happen," Hamilton said. "All you can do is try and gather your thoughts and live to fight another day, another opportunity to rise. I'll give everything to see how high I can get up, but it's not going to be like Silverstone. I am sure I will be able to get through to some point, but to where I don't know." "I didn't really understand exactly what had happened, so in my mind I was thinking, get the car back to the track, but they asked me to turn the car off. I jumped out and wanted to push it back, but it was so far to go. I saw there was leaking oil and I knew that I had to stop and let the marshals put the car away somewhere. I have the will to not want to give up. I just want to keep pushing." Asked where he hopes to finish tomorrow, he said, "I'm sure I'll be able to get through to some point, but to where I don't know." Hours before rain washed out most of Saturday's final German Grand Prix practice session, with less than half the Formula One grid setting a lap time. The conditions allowed some of the lesser teams to grab some attention, with Sauber's Monegasque rookie Charles Leclerc top of the timesheets ahead of Swedish teammate Marcus Ericsson. The time of 1 minute 34.577 seconds was more than 21 seconds slower than Max Verstappen's Friday best for Red Bull in hot conditions. Williams, with only 4 points from 10 races and struggling at the back of the field, had Russian Sergei Sirotkin third fastest, 1 place ahead of Ferrari's championship leader Sebastian Vettel. Mercedes world champion Lewis Hamilton, a favorite for pole position later and 8 points behind Vettel in the standings, ventured out on track in the dying minutes but did not complete a timed lap and was classified last. Mercedes had earlier dismissed a television report that Hamilton was feeling unwell and would not be taking part in practice. Only 9 of the 20 drivers did set a time. The Météo France weather forecast had predicted a 40% chance of rain for the session, with a 60% likelihood for qualifying. That could shake things up for Sunday's race when better weather is expected to return, although it will make little difference for Red Bull's Australian Daniel Ricciardo, who is set to start at the back due to power unit penalties.